Hello, my name's Joe Johnson and I've been researching into natural remedies for over 20 years. If you have a clavicle pain, you need to really listen because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I have discovered about stopping clavicle pain quickly is cutting edge and just might be the No. Hello, my name is Joe Johnson and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. So if you're suffering from a clavicle pain, then you need to really listen because this crucial short video will directly affect you. So what I've discovered about stopping clavicle pain quickly, it's cutting edge and it just might be the untapped resource that you have been looking for. I'm going to show you how simple it is to quickly reduce or even stop your clavicle pain, but just as importantly, how to switch on and speed up your body's own natural healing mechanisms without the need for surgery and without risking your health to expensive, useless and even dangerous drugs. Now, Emma Williams, the editor on this website, she's urged me to share with you details of an astonishing discovery that I've made about clavicle pain. One that gets rid of your clavicle pain faster than you've ever dreamed possible. Now, in plain English, you're going to find out what is actually going on in your aching clavicle. And you're going to see how simple and easy it is to reduce your clavicle pain. So, if you do have clavicle pain, what is going on? Well, think of it like this. Whether through wear and tear, or strain, or toxicity build-up, or through an unfortunate accident, your clavicle may be damaged and need repairing. Your body is more than capable of repairing the damage because after all, your body made the clavicle in the first place. But it's always assumed that your clavicle would last you a lifetime. So, apart from the usual biochemical and cellular replacements that takes place on a daily basis, your body's healing mechanisms don't usually undertake or focus on any structural damage. So if you've got a clavicle problem and you are suffering, from pain and discomfort and misery, you need to somehow stimulate your body's healing mechanisms into focusing on and repairing your clavicle. And unless you find a way to stimulate your body's healing mechanisms without damaging your body's delicate chemical balance, then sooner or later you may end up losing the mobility in your shoulder altogether. Now, before I show you a simple way to stimulate your body's healing mechanisms, I want you to consider this. Normally, if you get a painful clavicle, your body's healing system will, albeit over a long period of time, it will attempt to heal it. But if you've been stressed or maybe overworked or you've taken drugs, including painkillers or anti-inflammatories, then your body's healing mechanism becomes weaker and slower. And that is enough for the healing mechanism to be interrupted or even stopped altogether. So once your clavicle becomes inflamed, obviously you experience clavicle pain. You may struggle to move or to hold things for months or even years. And some people with clavicle pain, if it's left untreated, they never really get the mobility back again. And to make things even worse, if you use painkillers and anti-inflammatories to kill the pain around your clavicle, you will have to swallow them, which means that the whole of your body's healing mechanisms is now shocked and weakened even further by the toxic impact of the powerful pain-killing chemicals. So that's how painkillers and anti-inflammatories, they appear to work for a day or two, and then, well, the clavicle pain problem, it seems to come back even worse than it ever was before, and you just keep taking more drugs. And in case you're in any doubt about the danger of modern painkillers or anti-inflammatories, and they're sometimes called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the proof below, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine like painkillers and anti-inflammatories is almost 800,000 people a year. That's about 2,200 a day. So it's now evident that the American medical system is the leading cause of death and injury in the United States. And that's those eminent doctors saying that, not me. So I was desperate to find a way of reducing and even stopping your clavicle pain, but at the same time stimulating your body's healing mechanisms into healing your clavicle pain as fast as possible, without damaging in any way the amazing biochemical miracle, that we take for granted every single day. That's your incredible human body. So, I've seen so many people lose the mobility in their shoulder and then their general health, starting with simple conditions like clavicle pain, and even after expensive and very painful surgery. And it's tragic, and it's just so, it's often avoidable and it's unnecessary, and that's why I did my research. So you see, human beings with clavicle pain have been around for tens of thousands of years. Pharmaceutical companies have been around for about 100 years, and they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew. So my first step in researching anything is always to go back into history and to see what they knew. And after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist research books, I mean that whilst I can't reveal my sources, I've got secret access to some of the very best herbalist remedy books on the planet. Books that are mostly kept hidden away by rich collectors, private libraries, specialist reference libraries, and even drug companies have got these books hidden away. And I've also access to books that modern science believes are just not worth looking at. Books written by people who've got zero medical qualifications, but the people who've lived in the wilds of Mother Nature and they've learnt and practiced the secrets of Mother Nature every day of their lives. People who've had herbal remedies handed down, they've passed down from one generation to the next to the next. And it was in one such research book that I found the clues to an ancient cure for clavicle pain. It was in a ramshackle bookshop that lay just behind the harbour in the port of Antibes in southern France. The book was over 200 years old. Now, my French isn't any good, but fortunately most botanical books are written in Latin. And whilst my Latin isn't any good either, I knew enough to recognise the plant names. But I was puzzled. There were several interesting remedies in that book, but this one remedy stood out. The remedy I found was for swelling and injury of the clavicle, and yet the plants I read about I'd never considered for use with clavicle pain or shoulder problems before. So I took note of the types of the plants used and where they're found, and the ratio and the mixture and the preparation and everything else I could think that might help me to make the remedy. And of course, I'd heard of these herbs before, but I've never used them like this, not for shoulders. And I've never mixed them in this right combination. I had no idea that they would stimulate such an incredible pain relieving effect and healing effect directly onto the aching clavicle. I did know that most natural remedies for clavicle pain are nothing more than a stimulant cream. It warms up the skin, it gets the blood flow to the joint, but they simply don't affect the pain levels or the healing mechanism to any degree at all. Now, they sometimes help a little, but for clavicle pain, they simply don't work. They're just not strong enough. So I expected my research to last 6 to 12 months, but I had a 100% proven remedy in 6 weeks. And I wanted to test it for longer, but my conscience just wouldn't let me, because every single client with clavicle pain and shoulder pain were reporting amazing results, sometimes in just a few hours. So this remedy has been proven now countless times to quickly reduce clavicle pain and rapidly speed up the healing time of the painful aching clavicle. So how do you use this remedy? You simply massage a few drops of a clear, pleasant smelling remedy directly on to your aching shoulder, into the clavicles. It'll take you about 10 seconds, and you do that 3 times a day. And finally, you put a few drops on the soles of your feet at bedtime. That's it. It's that easy. Your speedy healing will then begin. Your pain levels will come down very quickly, and hopefully you'll no longer need any more powerful pain-killing drugs that slaughter your already tired immune system. And the prospect of painful and expensive surgery, hopefully that will simply go away. Now, I've made the remedy so that it's simple, it's easy, and it's convenient to use. It's a concentrated, pleasant smelling, oily liquid. It doesn't look like much, but it really does, this remedy really does pack a wallop. You'll suddenly feel your clavicle improving. Within a few hours of using it, you'll feel it, you'll know that your clavicle, it feels different and it's getting better. You know, you'll have your mobility back. Hopefully saying goodbye to painkillers for good. Your clavicle will be returning to health. That is possible and you can do it. So this is a convenient, easy to use remedy, and you don't have to spend your day making expensive and time consuming therapist and doctor appointments or discussing your problems with strangers in the drugstore. It's just a small bottle of a thick, clear, rather pleasant smelling herbal liquid. Now this bottle is so small it'll easily fit unnoticed into your pocket or your purse. Now you can dab a few drops onto your shoulder during the day. How you use the remedy, it's up to you. You can take it with you. Now I plan to launch the remedy called Clavicle Doctor with advertising and fancy packaging and sending it out through a small network of distributors, but I never got the chance. Word spread quickly about the results that I was getting with Clavicle Pain Doctor. Patients and herbalists came to my practice and literally demanded I make it for them. But it's not so simple. You see, I tested a lot of different herbs, and the only organic herbs which consistently stopped clavicle pain came from the Middle East. Now, in these war-torn, struggling times, can you imagine how hard it is to import a shipment of herbs from the Middle East? Right, so to say my ingredient supply is in the lap of the gods is a massive understatement. However, I've recently had enough ingredients for 3 batches. Now, I make each batch by hand myself. I measure, I weigh them, and I mix the herbs and the ingredients together myself. I've blended the herbs together myself. So don't worry about that. The Clavicle Pain Doctor remedies that I make are of the very highest quality. Now, I've handed over 2 of the batches to my trusted friend Emma Williams. And if you have clavicle pain, then I strongly suggest that you get this remedy called Clavicle Pain Doctor before supplies run out, or before you inadvertently harm yourself with any painkillers, and before you end up needing surgery. Right, now using this remedy, it's like an avalanche of healing for a very, I call it that for a very good reason. The way the drops of the remedy, it floods your clavicle with hard-hitting, healing herbs, and it's like experiencing an avalanche of pain relief around your shoulder. Now, it's like I said earlier, this remedy, it does pack a wallop. You'll suddenly feel, your clavicles will feel different. Within a few hours, you'll know that your clavicle is getting better. It'll feel different, but you must hurry. because I normally only give this remedy to my personal clients and fellow herbalists. And I've never committed a single batch of clavicle pain doctor to anybody else before. Now, Emma has begged me not to let the other herbalists or the online stores know what we were up to until she had the stock. Well, now she's got it, and it's going faster than even I imagined. So if you mess around, or you order late, or you think you're going to come back to this page, you might miss out. And if you've got clavicle pain, that would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. This is big for anybody with clavicle pain. If you truly want to get rid of your painful shoulder problem, or reduce the pain at least, and get rid of it fast, then this remedy will instantly give you the power and the ability to treat your own aching clavicle before it's too late. The result is you being free of clavicle pain and be able to move pain-free once more. So, have a good look at the testimonials below and see that other clavicle pain doctors help other men and women across the country to get rid of their clavicle pain very quickly. Okay? As I say, this is your chance to benefit from a guaranteed supply of clavicle pain doctor. But maybe you have a few understandable seeds of doubt, and that's fair enough. After all, you don't know me. So, let me put your mind at rest so that you can experience this remedy for yourself. You can try the clavicle pain doctor remedy risk-free for a full 90 days if you wish. You don't risk a single penny trying this remedy for yourself. You've got a complete ironclad 90-day unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. But the clear and simple truth is this. See, this is a breakthrough. This remedy is a breakthrough. So if it doesn't quickly and easily reduce and even get rid of your clavicle pain, or if you're not satisfied in any way at all, then I insist you send the remedy back to Emma in any condition, and she will personally make sure that you get a fast and full refund of every penny you paid for the remedy. It's that good. You can have your refund, no questions asked, no hassles, and you can keep all the bonus books as a thanks for trying the remedy. You have my word on that. Okay. So how much will this clavicle pain doctor remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment plus $170 for the remedy. However, because you don't have to have an appointment with me, and to be honest, appointments with me are pretty hard to get. Plus, I'm not using my offices, I'm not using my staff and all the other expenses. I've agreed with Emma to give you a 50% discount on the clavicle pain doctor remedy. That means that you can get your clavicle pain doctor remedy for just $87 plus $5 shipping. That means that you will save over $280. And plus, Emma has literally manhandled me into giving you an additional gift of some free bonus health books, valued at $127, to the first 100 who try the clavicle pain doctor remedy. You can see the details of the book below, and those books alone are worth more than the cost of the remedy. Anyway, this is the first time, and maybe the last time, that my clavicle pain doctor has ever been sold for less than $170. I mean, $87, it's less than the price of a course of useless and dangerous painkillers. It's less than the price of a visit to the doctor. And it's certainly less than the price of painful surgery, which, who knows, you might need if you don't get your clavicle sorted. So order your remedy right now, whilst Emma still has the stock and whilst she's still on this page. Simply click on one of the links below. Emma will look after you. And if you have any questions about clavicle pain or even the clavicle pain remedy, you can write to me at any time. Simply click on the link below and Emma will get your remedy in the post to you today. And I look forward to helping you get rid of your clavicle pain very, very quickly. Okay, bye for now.